Useful properties of safflower are known to man for more than 1 millennium. Its scientific name, safflower plant, received due to the fact that it has been used since ancient times for coloring a variety of materials. It is known that people used to dye cloth or bandages of mummies in ancient Egypt. In the literature, you can find other titles of this flower, for example, American saffron or wild thistle. It is also interesting for Kazakh farmers.
Safflower – это очень древняя культура.
Safflower is a very ancient culture. It is clear from history that in the 5th century BC, safflower was mentioned. Safflower homeland is Ethiopia and Afghanistan. To Kazakhstan, it was brought in 19th to 20th century. It is very drought-resistant crop, salt-tolerant, it is unpretentious, does not require large investments, and it is low cost.
Не требует большого вложения и с низкой себестоимостью.
Advantages of this plant are obvious, like the broad scope of its application. Both seeds and flowers are processed, oil is squeezed out, it is used for various purposes, even as supplements. In our country, 3 regions occupy leading position on the cultivation of safflower.
Южно-Казахстанская область и сейчас она занимает лидирующий.
South Kazakhstan region now occupies a leading position on the safflower crops. Second place goes to Jambul Oblast, the third Almaty region. Right now we are on the field of safflower. Every year we plant an area of several thousand hectares of land.
Несколько тысяч гектаров земли.
For Gulim Onjigitova, safflower is a family business. For safflower, there is over 3,000 hectares of land. Her son is engaged in export issues and her daughter helps at the enterprise.
Большие посевные площади нашей компании позволяют.
Large acreage of our company allows us to keep the rotation. One of the priorities of our company is to obtain a high yield, but without causing environmental damage. Last year, we received an organic certificate confirming that our products are environmentally friendly.
Что наша продукция является экологически чистой. Используем как семена для экспорта.
We use the seeds for export and processing in the domestic market. We are engaged in export since 2002. There were the first 2 exported safflower to Europe, China and India.
Safflower в страны Европы, Китая и Индии.
Along with the support of research centers, the enterprise is engaged in breeding new, more adapted to the soil conditions and climate varieties of safflower. These, such traits as Akma and Mulder. Another step in the business development was the introduction of a new progressive system of irrigation by sprinkling method.
В течение суток машинка осуществляет 450 метров.
During the day, the machine waters the area of 450 meters or 90 meters of radius. Total about 3.5 hectares per day. Only one machine. Pump consumes 123 kilowatts of power. It is about 180 horsepower. A fairly powerful pump made in Italy. It has no eco-friendly engine.
Двигатели века, экологически чистый.
This is a large-scale project the company carries out with the support of the state.
Сейчас намного легче стало заниматься сельским хозяйством из личного опыта.
Now it has become much easier to farm. From personal experience, now it is possible to lease equipment and your crops are subsidized to a certain percentage. There are a lot of possibilities. The government is in close contact with agricultural sector, not like it used to be before. Previously, we have gained everything on borrowed funds, which we took in the second-tier banks at very high interest rates.
Приобретали все на заемные средства, которые мы брали в банках второго уровня под очень высокие проценты.
Now the company exports about 2 to 3 million tons of pure safflower to Europe, China and India and intends to develop further.